Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into Dr. Peter Attia's book, Outlive, and it poses a really radical question. What if pretty much everything we think we know about aging is wrong? This is a guide to rethinking not just how long we live, but more importantly, how well we live.
Okay, so to really get this, let's start with this powerful metaphor from the book. You see, when Dr. Attia was a surgical resident, he had this recurring dream. He's desperately trying to catch eggs being thrown from a building. And this single image, this dream, it really sets the stage for a completely new way of thinking about our health.
That dream, it perfectly captures the core frustration with our current medical system. It's a system Dr. Attia calls Medicine 2.0.
Now, Medicine 2.0, that's the medicine we all know. And in many ways, it's a modern marvel, for sure. It is an absolute expert at saving us from what Attia calls fast death. You know, those sudden, acute things that need immediate intervention.
So this system is absolutely brilliant when it comes to emergencies. Broken bones, serious infections, trauma, it's amazing. But, and this is a huge but, it struggles profoundly against the chronic diseases, the slow death, that are overwhelmingly likely to kill most of us. And here's the fundamental flaw, right? The whole system is designed to react. It waits for the disease to actually show up, it waits for the egg to fall, and by then, it's often way too late to do anything but just manage the decline. So this brings us to the real villains of the story, the main drivers of that slow death. Attia has a great name for them, the 4 horsemen of chronic disease. And here they are: heart disease, cancer, neurodegenerative disease, think Alzheimer's, and metabolic dysfunction, like type 2 diabetes. The odds are just overwhelming that one of these 4 is going to be the ultimate cause of death for most people living in the developed world today. And this, right here, this is the core of the problem. A sudden heart attack? Well, there's nothing sudden about it. It's really just the final scene of a play that started 20, maybe even 30 years earlier, as the disease was quietly building up. By waiting for the crisis, Medicine 2.0 is jumping in at the completely wrong time. So, if our current system is just a frantic scramble to catch all these falling eggs, the real question has to be, how do we get up on the roof and stop the person from throwing them in the first place? Let's move to the solution, because this is where it all starts to build toward a new paradigm. And this is where Attia introduces a completely new framework, a whole new way of thinking he calls Medicine 3.0. Now, this isn't just a small change, it's a fundamental shift in the entire objective. We move away from this defensive crouch of just trying to fight off death, and we move towards the proactive goal of building and maintaining a long, vibrant, and really capable life. The key concept here is Healthspan. It's not just about lifespan, how long you live. It's about how well you live. Are you cognitively sharp? Are you physically capable? Are you emotionally healthy? That is Healthspan, and that is the #1 focus of Medicine 3.0. So you can see the core philosophy, it just shifts entirely. Instead of being reactive, Medicine 3.0 is proactive. It's deeply personalized because it recognizes that you are not an average. And maybe most importantly, it puts you in the driver's seat of your own health journey. So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, it means shifting your own role from being a passive patient to becoming an active, informed strategist for your own long-term health. So the Medicine 3.0 strategy gives you a tactical framework. It focuses on these 4 key areas that you have direct control over every single day. Exercise, which Attia calls the single most potent longevity drug we have, then nutrition, sleep, and emotional health. And the ultimate objective? It's this brilliant concept, the Centenarian Decathlon. The goal is to be so physically and cognitively strong in your final decade of life that you can still do all the things you love to do, whether that's hiking or picking up a grandchild or just carrying your own groceries. You're not just exercising, you're training for the gold medal in living. And that brings us to the most important takeaway of all. The entire philosophy of Medicine 3.0 really boils down to this one question for you. Are you living reactively, just kind of hoping for the best? Or are you proactively training today for the person you want to be in your 80s, 90s, and beyond? Because that shift in mindset, well, that's everything.